No script, no perfect answers, just real conversations about storytelling, creativity, and the stuff behind the scenes. Welcome to Unscripted with Ali and Ben.
Pick up the phone, damn. Yeah, pick up the phone.
Okay, Ben.
Okay, Ali.
That was terrifying. Okay. What is the simplest way someone can Oh my God. What is the simplest setup someone can use to start filming today with just their phone?
Okay, so a few years ago, I actually did kind of a little mini masterclass for real estate agents and brokers. And this was a question that came up then. Because of the field, like they're constantly going, houses are moving, it's not worth their money to spend for a professional grade person because the turnaround time is just so quick. So the conversation came around to this exact question. And what I told people was, if you have a small budget, what I would suggest is investing in a microphone, whether that's like that DJI or the Rode ones, the clip-ons that just plug right into your phone. Invest in that, and that's kind of it, because you can find quality lighting almost anywhere. Like here we've got a couple lights set up. I dimmed the top-down lights just to make it a little more fun and moody, but you can use a lamp. You could use a ring light. I mean, to me, you could probably build yourself a sweet little setup for under $200.
Yeah.
And, I always suggest give yourself a little moody lighting, like 3/4 light, so that your face looks good when you're holding your phone or if you're using a little stand or whatever. But the two things that are the most important to me in that kind of setup is good audio and decent lighting. So if I throw something together like outside that's not just a story but that lives on my timeline, I'll mic up and I'll go find a nice spot where I'm in semi-shade, the lighting feels nice, I'm not grainy or anything because I always run an old phone. And the tech in this phone is way different from the tech in your phone because yours is probably way newer than mine.
Not that much newer, I don't think.
Yeah. But I think that to circle back to everything, decent audio, decent lighting, and that's about it.
Couldn't agree more.
What I'm tired of is people holding their phone like this and covering the mic, and then they sound like.
That's annoying. I think audio is the most important for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm curious your take on this one. Be authentic in front of the camera was a top takeaway and also the hardest thing for most people. What do you do with someone who freezes up the second the camera is on?
So I do this with some of my clients because sometimes I do film with my phone. It just creates another vibe. If I know that somebody is super nervous when they know that they're being filmed, when I'm filming for them, I just kind of pretend like I'm not filming. And I just start having a conversation with them and they don't even know that I am filming. Because also, a great thing about having good audio is you could use their audio as voice overlay and then just use B-roll as the video.
Yeah.
And you're still, putting clips in of them, but it's their voice. And so I did that today, actually. I was filming at a market and it was their meat department. He was really, really nervous. So I was just okay, tell me about this thing. And he just started going off because that's something that he knew about and didn't even know that I was filming because he wasn't paying attention. Or if they get nervous and they're like, what was I supposed to say? I'm say, it's great for summer. And then they say, it's great for summer. And I'm okay, now the next line you're going to say is this. And then I just piece it together when I'm editing.
Yeah.
Because I'm it doesn't matter that much, actually. Also, just know that nobody cares about you as much as you care about you. So, I don't know. Nobody's looking at that video and going wow, I really wish Bob, I don't know, said it this way. Nobody actually cares. They're oh, that's Bob. I know him from, the meat department. Yeah. Nobody cares.
He's great. He gave me a ham last week.
Yeah. And if they do care, then that says more about them than it does you.
Mm-hmm. True. Very true. I like that takeaway.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think that, for me, it's funny. Lisa sat me down for one of my A&I videos, and I did not edit it. I hated it.
You hated your own?
Yes, but I hated it for the reason that, I had been working and I
Yeah.
was wearing a t-shirt and like a hat and I was just sweaty and dirty and was like, this is a poor representation. I liked what I said, but I didn't like how I looked. So I was like, let's redo that. Not that anyone would notice, but I think that people genuinely notice, like, I get sweaty. So like when I have droplets on
haven't
my
noticed.
forehead, well, that's because I hide it with my hat like this.
Okay. To be fair, I also didn't like my video. I liked what I said, but I didn't like how I looked. Not your fault. Just I didn't like my face. You can't do anything about that. But also, I think in this kind of scenario, you just gotta post it without like reading too much into it. Otherwise, you're just never gonna post it, and it's better to just post it than not.
Yep. Very true.
Yeah, that's why I don't ask before I post things anymore. I just post it. And then I ask for forgiveness if it needs to be taken down.
Well, I think that's a good tactic on like if you have good rapport with a client.
Totally.
And you know like this fits their voice, this fits what they're doing, this tells or works with the emotion we're trying to invoke. I don't want them to like pick this apart because they're the one in the video.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna post it. And then when they get great reviews or people coming in the door because of it, then they can't be like, oh, I hate it because it worked. It did what it was supposed to.
Exactly. I had a client like that actually. He didn't like to see himself on camera at all, and I posted it with approval from somebody else, but then he saw it on his feed and was like, I hate this. And I'm like, yeah, but nobody else does because you got the most likes that we've ever received and like a ton of comments. So like you're gonna have to deal with your little stutter in the middle that nobody paid attention to because the value that you gave was more than the accidental stutter in the middle.
Ooh, that brings a good point. People care about value. What's your take on poorly produced material if it has the value that is perceived? Does that make sense?
I mean, I see it all the time, like really shitty video with a lot of great value in the video. And I mean, it works. I think there's a time and place. I don't think that should be your whole social media presence, because if you're a business and you care about your reputation, then you should have professional grade videography. But also, I do think that that's counteracted with value. And people always want something. So if you're providing them with something that they're going to take advantage of, they're going to be interested in that video regardless if it's a phone video or if it's professional grade.
I like that.